Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode. Okay, so I'm learning the key to scaling this thing is to not be available. And that sounds douchey of me to say, but here's my reasoning. So I'm driving my dog. My dog needs to get a haircut. I'm working my day job. Well, rewind. Working my day job. Then my alarm goes off. Hey, drive the dog to the groomer. Like, okay. But I know what are you thinking? You should have an assistant to drive your dog to the groomer. I know that. Shush. Well, assuming I'm driving my dog to the groomer, we'll carry on. I drive my dog to the groomer. My phone's on like work mode, so I'm not getting a lot of notifications. I get to the groomer 15 minutes later. Like, oh, hey, Tori, she cuts our dog's hair. Like, hey, yeah, here's the cut. You know, we'll do this, we'll do that. Then get back to my truck. I like my phone. 3,700 text messages. It's like, what the frick is going on here? So long story short, the sales reps, the managers, the instructors, they started a new group chat. I'm like, hey, what's the promotion? What's the pricing? We're midway through a challenge. What are we going to do for the next challenge? We've got a winter session coming up. We've got the holidays coming up. We've got Black Friday coming up. What's the promotion for here? What's the pricing for there? When do we offer it? When does it expire? Can you do a group call? Okay. Are you available? I am. No, I'm not available for 30. Okay, let's start this here. Should we do Google or Zoom? Question mark? My Google. Oh, wait, can you use your Zoom? I don't know. A paid membership. Okay, we'll use my Google link. And it's like, guys, I do not need to be on this text thread. And I haven't said that to any of them yet because I'm still navigating the industry, still navigating the working relationship with everyone. And I'm still semi-grabbable by all of them. And so I haven't set that hard line in the sand of I'm not reachable. You got this. I trust you. Do what's best for the business. Go get it. Do not include me so that I can slow down the decision process. And with a day job and one studio, I'm still very relatable. I had a day job a couple of years ago where I cold called businesses to sell software. And we all have like our 500 accounts that we're calling on. We get to know these decently well. One of my friends had a conglomerate, like a roll-up umbrella company, and they had like 40 or 50 McDonald's, Taco Bells, and KFCs. And the cool thing is, these 40 restaurants are managed by like a head office of like 8 people, roughly. So like there's a CEO, the head accountant, head of operations, and then like 4 reps that each manage like 10 restaurants. And so to get looped in on these conversations does not make sense. Their goal is to assess each market, assess what the competition is doing, look at the pricing, look at the promotions, the coupons, the marketing outlet channels, the social media strategy. Are the local managers showing up to work? And like their job is to like manage from afar. And they ain't getting looped in on, hey, can that shift get covered by a crew member who is hungover? Like they're like, get me off this text thread. I cannot help you with this $20 an hour problem. I'm helping figure out a $100 an hour problem. Yes. And so what I'm learning is one of the drawbacks of buying a small business that has, you're realistically one full-time employee and like 2 or 3 part-time employees and like 18 like instructors, is it's so small that it's easy to pull me in. If this was a manufacturer, I was looking at businesses, and in hindsight, I couldn't have gotten approved for these, but could not have gotten approved. But like I was looking, like one of my favorite companies that was kind of cool was like a $4 million business. They were doing like $1 million or so in annual cash flow. But what they did is they manufacture like trusses or like roofing. When you build a brand new house, you don't like cut the wood and angle the wood on the job site. You actually do it in a factory. And so this place was like a mini lumber yard. They would cut the wood, saw it, lumber it, make and those like roofing angles you see before you put the roofing shingles on. I think it's called a truss. And so they would do the joists, the truss, the angles, the cutting and measurement. And they're probably like a 50 employee operation. I don't know how many. We'll say 50 employees, making it up. You cannot get sucked into the day-to-day, like employee specific issues when you have that many people. If you do, you're going to shrink your business. You have to get out of it, and you have to hire people to manage those headaches for you. And so one drawback to being so small where everyone can text each other, because we're under like the 10-person chat limit, is now everyone can loop you in on, I'm grateful they're looping me in and they want to do things right. I'm not grateful that they don't feel like they can pull this off. And so I need to, without like involving me. And so I need to communicate better that they're empowered, they're strong, they're so smart, and I'm not going to chew them out. If they make say they do a Black Friday deal and they do and they price the challenge at like $400 and I think it should have been $500, I'm not going to chew them out. Their intention is the right thing. Now, if they're giving away bags of supplements and they're not doing it because they want more members, like, okay, we got a problem, but the mistakes here are small enough that they can be forgiven if it's even a mistake to begin with. And so what I'm learning with the next studio today is like November 5. What I'm learning with the next studio that'll close in like 60-ish days, 60, 90 days, I don't know. With that one, to be a little more unreachable. And at that point, it's like, hey, thanks for involving me. I'm working on the day job, my day job and this job and the other studio job. Can't quite help on this one. You got this. Happy to give the vote of confidence once the decision has been made, and to start putting in distancing things. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to get to several clubs, be coaching and mentoring other fitness owners, to be doing traveling and speaking engagements, to be writing a book, to be hosting a podcast, to be fundraising for other business ventures. And so that's the direction. And so I need to start acting like that next level phase so that I don't slow myself down with stuff that's going to not benefit. It's valuable for the business, but it's not valuable for the enterprise. And that's probably the biggest takeaway. It's valuable for one club. It's not going to be valuable for 10 clubs. And so today I have one club, so it's valuable, but think it out loud, man. Empower your people, pay them very well so that they feel empowered, remind them they are empowered, and have enough revenue and cash flow so that you can hire the right people to run with these decisions. This is more of an event than it is a learning, but I think hopefully it's a learning as well. That's what we got. Let's rock and roll. This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.